I had gotten to a point where I was feeling unhealthy. I was overweight. I was not eating healthy. I travel a lot with my work. It's a very stressful job, and work a lot of long hours. So I think those were all contributing factors to the weight gain. So about a year ago, I was sort of scared by my doctor that I was developing diabetes, and wanted to do something about that naturally if I could and avoid some more extreme treatments and therapies for that kind of thing. It runs in my family, so I know what it is about and what it can do. So the most obvious thing to me was lose some weight. And so I did a couple of things. One was started eating a more healthy diet. I think one of the biggest things I did was cut out diet sodas and artificial sweeteners. But I also started going to the gym more regularly. Now, I had a gym membership and paid the monthly fee, but if I went twice a month, that was a lot. And so I made it a goal to go at least twice a week. And I remember the first time I got on a treadmill, again, seriously exercising, that my just legs and ankles sort of burned, like I couldn't do maybe 10 minutes even. But I stuck with it and really tried to push myself so that I would see the benefits. And so, to make a long story short, I did that in March of last year. So it's been just over a year, and I've lost 35 pounds, and I feel a lot better health-wise. So as a part of that, just being more aggressive in the gym to not only lose weight at that point, but keep the weight off and to become more fit, I was trying some more aggressive types of weightlifting and some of the machines at the gym and that sort of thing. And I recall one particular day I was there, and I had done really well. I had a good workout, and I was on one of these little stools, I think you call them, to stretch and just sort of, stretch all of your muscles out. And I must have overextended myself in such a way that I could hardly get off of that stool and stand up straight due to the pain in my lower back. And I knew something was wrong. What I've learned since then is that something was always wrong, but just sort of had been covered up, or I had lived with it and not really appreciating how much pain was there pretty much all the time. But I think through the weight loss and the more active lifestyle, I had pushed my body to a point where the underlying issue was now really at the surface, and I was having a lot of pain. So the immediate reaction was to go to my medical doctor, my family doctor, and he did what I thought he would do, what I expected him to do, which was to prescribe some medication for the pain and to relax the muscle spasms. And I went and filled the prescription, took the medicine, and immediately felt some relief. But I knew that that was not going to be the long-term solution, that as soon as I stopped taking the medication, the pain would come back. So I had been to see a chiropractor several years ago, I would say more than 5 years ago, and I had had some issues with my back, and I knew the benefits of chiropractic treatment. So that was in my head. I need to find a chiropractor, and one that's maybe more conveniently located than the former one. And I happened to be in the shopping center here picking up some vitamins, and I looked up and saw Dr. Gordon's office, and walked around to see what was the office like, and it turned out that the door was open, and I walked inside, and Dr. Gordon was here, so I met him, and we talked a little bit, and I told him about my problem, and he invited me to come back for an evaluation, which I did. And he took the x-rays, and we agreed, come back tomorrow, and we'll take a look at them, and I'll tell you what I recommend in terms of treatment. So I came back the next day. I'm still taking the medication, right? And we went into the room for the consultation, and he showed me the x-ray and I immediately could see the problem. Two of the vertebrae in my lower spine were sort of sitting on top of one another. There was no space as there would normally be, should be. And so obviously that was the source of the pain. And Dr. Gordon said that, you know, we could work to stretch and lengthen the spine, create more natural space between those two bones and alleviate the pain. And obviously work to heal your body naturally and get the circulation going and the right information going to the parts of your body like it should. And that sounded right to me. So I think it might have been the next day. I came back for, well, actually, I'm wrong. He gave me an adjustment that day. And I agreed to the plan he recommended for what I would say is a somewhat aggressive approach to pain. But what I liked the most was there was a very specific, well thought out plan. It wasn't sort of like, well, let's try this, and if that works, then we'll continue doing that. Or if that doesn't work, then we'll try something else to get it right. It was a very specific, confident recommendation that made sense. It was a common sense approach that I really could relate to. So I felt immediate relief after the first adjustment, and I guess you'd say I was hooked. And so I knew that I could find some relief, and on a longer term basis. So. Gosh, I don't know how many weeks it's been. I would say it's probably been at least a month that I've been coming to see Dr. Gordon for about 3 times a week, which was part of the plan. And I just haven't had any of the back pain that I had before. I've had some soreness from the adjustments, which I expected because things are shifting and muscles are sort of resisting, I think. You know, they've been sort of stuck in a sort of certain way for a long time. But sticking with it has definitely made a lot of improvement, and I don't know what I would have done if I hadn't sort of found Dr. Gordon.